Okay, so welcome to Make Your Own Fun. And she doesn't really know what the stipulations are, but I have presented Jen with the peanut butter challenge. Now,
Mm.
for this, you need a jar of peanut butter, okay? A bigger spoon than you might normally use to put a bunch of peanut butter in your mouth. Okay, I'll let that slide. And then you got to have some kind of water or something to wash it down. Good enough. Okay. I totally built this up. It's not even that big of a thing, but so what you need to do, and don't start until I say, because then once you have peanut butter in your mouth, it's really hard to go back. So the thing is, you put the peanut butter in your mouth, and then you tell a story. It can be a short, short story about a time when you were younger or not that long ago, that you went to a water park. So
Oh,
the idea is you have so much peanut butter, and then you're going to say the word water so many times, the story is just going to get ridiculous. So, like if you went to Geauga Lake or SeaWorld or a place where there's water slides, then the whole point is just going to be like, no, whoa. So, okay, so do you want me to go first?
you go first.
Yeah, of course. I should have freaking offered. Okay, let me think. Okay, all right. I think I got this. Is gonna be so gross. Okay, I even have the Skippy Super Chunk, which means I'll hack. I'm sure
You're gonna choke on chunks.
it's chunky. Looks like half melted freaking Halloween candy, like candy corns. That's how big it is. Okay, I gotta think about it. Okay, deep breath. This is so freaking gross. Good job, me. All right, here we go. Okay. Well, like 11 years old, went to Geauga Lake, and we rented some paddle boat, right? And we went on the water. And then the problem was one of the pedal thing broke. And then we were trying to pedal in the water. And then we couldn't go anywhere in the water because one of the pedals was broke on the boat. And then we were going around in the circle. We were
I'm so glad you
you got help by me going pedal and broke. And then the people we try to talk to were like, what? I'm in the water. The fish in the water come by the boat.
what?
The pedal wouldn't go. We couldn't pedal the boat to go on. So when only one pedal worked, then the boat just go around in a circle. And then we were like, help, help. The pedal didn't work. We go around in a circle. And the guy going, this, what? And eventually someone throw a rope. And then we tried to tie it to the boat. And then our hands were wet, so we couldn't tie the rope to the boat. And then there was so much water coming into the boat. And then we tried to pedal again, and then they go around in a circle. And then we just eventually drifted back to the shore. The end. Ugh.
Oh,
That
I'm
was
so
rough.
first. I could, yeah.
Because the whole point is to try to keep the peanut butter in your mouth and don't swallow. So you're telling the story. And it's so funny because like you don't realize how flustered you get because you're communicating. And then you're remembering like how scared you were as a kid to be stuck on a paddle boat with a broken paddle. And so you're getting more and more excited, and then there's more and more peanut butter in your mouth. And you're going, okay, You ready? Here we
No,
go.
but okay, hold on here. I gotta.
I gotta clean my spoon just to get it off the spoon.
All right. You ready? Can I just put it on my nose and tell the story? Okay, that's a lot of peanut butter. So I recently went to a water park with my daughter. And I was mad because the river was closed. And she wouldn't go into the thing where the big bucket jumps down. Loads of water. She just wanted to play in the kiddie pool. I was holding her in the big. And all I had to do was float in the lazy river. There's a river. I'm really bad at this because I'm actually swallowing the peanut butter. I can't do
Then you gotta eat more.
Oh my God, no.
Super sexy.
Ew.
Yeah.
Over my nose now?
Yep. So continue the story about the river.
Lazy River was closed. We were pissed.
But you gotta put more peanut butter. I can understand you now.
I can't eat anymore. I'll get sick. I mean, I love peanut butter, but it's just not the day to eating for me.
So you eventually, what happened with the river?
We never went in. We just stayed from the kiddie pool into the big pool, back to the kiddie pool, back to the big pool.
It was so much better when it was about the river.
The river.
Oh no, the river was closed. We couldn't go to the river. I'm like, did you drink too much? No, the river. I hurt my river. I couldn't get into the pool. Oh God, see, peanut butter challenge. Funny. You don't have to think about anything, just being silly. So I have to tell you, speaking of challenges, I was at the gas station yesterday. Something you have to do all the time, put gas in your car.
Damn it, I forgot to do that today.
And this is the first time I've ever encountered this in my long life. I had to literally go in because I was about to pump gas and I was like looking at this thing happening and I'm like, what? So I finally was like, I'm just gonna go into the station, into the little Cookie Mart thing, and ask the guy, like, is this normal? So this woman, apparently he told me she has narcolepsy.
Like
And
real.
she was trying to pump the gas or get the gas in, and he's like, yeah, sometimes I just sing myself like a lullaby, and it's like perfect background music for when she's trying to do it. So literally, she had the nozzle, and she was just like, and he was doing the music. He was like, na 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 na, and then she's like, finally somebody had to stop her because she like had the nozzle on like the side of the car, and it was like.
Spraying it everywhere.
And she was like, and then literally she woke up and she was like, stop it, into a karate chop pose, and everybody was like, you okay over there? And she was like, I'm just pumping my gas. I wish you would all stop doing karate. And they were like, we don't, what? And then again, she tried to do it, and then somebody was like, somebody should help her. And people were like, and so again, she had it again. And this time I was so scared, because she was going like this.
It Afraid she was gonna put it in her mouth.
Oh my God. And then the guy was like, is that pump on? And literally somebody went and like grabbed her. And then just when he grabbed her, she squeezed, and then some gas came out and he like wrestled it from her. But I just thought, like, can you imagine, like, you scrape your car, like you get gasoline on the ground and like somebody's smoking that's walking nearby and just.
I'm more concerned about her getting in the car and driving.
Well, the thing is, like, the guy knew her and they called her husband. And apparently she just either didn't have like coffee that day, or like, I guess she's on like, stimulant medication or whatever, but didn't take it for like a few days. And he said, yeah, he's like, if somebody's not around to like slap her on the wrist to do it, she won't do it. And I asked the guy at the counter, I was like, I drink coffee. I drink probably a lot of coffee. Maybe like on the weekend, if I'm home, I'll have like 2 or 3 cups in the morning. He goes, dude, there is not enough coffee. There are gallons, and then there's somebody that just has to keep like being handed cups. Oh,
Have you ever played like a D&D or like a role-playing like game, like Dungeons and Dragons kind of thing? I made a character once and everybody laughed because you have to, like, when you make your character, you have to put like good qualities and bad qualities, and one of my bad qualities was narcolepsy, and they're like, we're going to be in the middle of a battle and you're just going to fall asleep. I said, but my good qualities luck, so I'll always live through it. Like, I'm lucky.
Your character just like falls down behind a couch.
And then like drop my gun and then shoot the bad guy, in the middle.
What's that movie with Kurt Russell? I think it's called Big Trouble in Little China, where there's like about to be this big epic battle, and it takes place underground in the sewers, and he comes in with a gun and he says something like, let's fuck shit up, and and he shoots, and then a brick hits him in the head and he passes out and he misses the entire fight. And he's like the leader, and he's like trying to rouse everybody to get into this fight, and he knocks himself out.
That's kind of what I was thinking. What was the last Deadpool. Was it Deadpool? Domino? The character Domino.
Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah.
Deadpool. Well, yeah, the red suit.
Yeah. Did you see it with was it Domino, the character that like every time she goes through a battle, like a bus is coming at her and it like lands right like where the window's broken, and
right, like the whole like not Charlie Chaplin but Buster Keaton thing where the side of the house comes down but the window like comes right on him where the opening of the window was.
Anybody else would have been dead. Yeah, that would be my superhero power.
I just love in the second one when the Invisible Man was Brad Pitt. So when they all jump out of the plane, he falls, his parachute goes, and he gets killed because he goes through high tension wires.
Yeah.
You don't know it's him until he's like, and it's him, it's Brad Pitt. You're like, talk about a cameo. Oh my gosh. Another thing that was pretty gross that I know you enjoy gross things. So I was walking past a apartment complex like about a week ago, and we're into December now, but like a week ago it was still almost Thanksgiving. Some people just can't part with their jack-o'-lanterns or pumpkins, and they really need to. And oh my God, these teenagers were just like out on this bridge, and they were just taking the pumpkins and just chucking them into the traffic.
Into traffic?
But I mean, it happened to be like a weekend day, and there was like hardly any traffic going. It was like a side street. It wasn't like a major like thoroughfare. But oh my God, I wish I would have thought about. I think I was actually on the phone because otherwise I would have tried to take a picture. But it happened so fast. So I'm walking, and all of a sudden, like 5 feet in front of me, I see like, just pretending this is orange. It was like, and I was like, oh! And then this jack-o'-lantern lands on a car.
Sorry, my dog just decided to come in.
He's like, somebody say pumpkin. This jack-o'-lantern lands on this car, right? It's like, or whatever. And then it slowly turns. And as it was like falling apart and crushing, the mouth was like this. And then it slowly slid off the hood of the car. And the whole time it was just like, I was like, Come on. No one saw that. People were just like, huh?
uh,
You've had been walking down the street, like in your neighborhood or anywhere, and just see like a random stray, like baseball, football, basketball, beach ball, just come like in front of you. And are you always like mortified that it's gonna go into a street and some kid's just gonna come like running after it?
yes, yes.
Oh my God. Like, but the thing is, like, the last time that happened, I mean, those teenagers that was like, those kids aren't gonna run. They're throwing the stuff. They're not gonna move from where they are. But last time that happened, it was like a bunch of people my age, like throwing a frisbee around.
Street.
And the frisbee, Jen, this is, drunk people with too much free time. It was someone's birthday party and they'd had too much to drink. So they put pieces of birthday cake on the frisbee and were throwing the frisbee upside down and then trying to get people to like take a bite and then throw it to the next person. I'm like, I'm all for sharing, but that's like number one, it's way too elaborate if you're drunk. So good job for being able to like still use your brain and not get into a car and do that.
10 years
But
younger, I could see doing that. COVID. But yeah, I could, there was something we would have done 10 years ago.
there was a guy on the lawn when I was walking past, and he was just passed the fuck out on his face, and he still had like a birthday hat on, and the back of his neck and his ear were all covered with like icing. I'm like, is that a party foul? Is he out of bounds?
Party foul.
He's
So
just resting.
a party foul.
Yeah.
I had a friend have a party that a friend was really, really drunk at the time, and they decided to put a football helmet on. And then they started to charge things with their head with the football helmet on, and they went to the screen door. Now, the screen door had like a screen up here and then one of those like metal bottom squares, and he went right through the bottom metal square. And I don't know how, because like the screen door was closed, but the actual door was open, and you basically you could step into the house, and then there were like basement steps right there. I don't know how he totally went through the door, and I don't know how he didn't go head first all the way down the steps.
What is wrong with people? I would say what is wrong with people, but I mean, I've done some crazy stuff in my time. You've done some crazy stuff. I'm kind of surprised both of us are still alive with the shenanigans we've tried to pull. I remember when I was roommates with Jim and Terry in Kent and waking up on the roof.
Doesn't surprise
me. In just my underwear. And I remember one time Terry just like opened the window and she's like, "Hey, I'm making some breakfast if you're hungry." And I was like, "Huh?" All right. Not even like a question of like, the fuck are you doing on the roof? Or like it's like 10 a.m. and on a Saturday and our neighbors can see you. No, it's just like, "Hey, I'm making some breakfast." Like, okay.
Downtown Kent. Everything happens in downtown Kent.
Oh my God. I just, without saying too much, I'll just say that I wish there were more open 24-hour bathrooms along the way between downtown Kent and where I used to live. And I'll leave it at that. I've said too much already.
It's totally changed down there now. It's completely.
That's what everybody keeps telling me. Everybody keeps telling me it looks like Hudson, and they've got the Acorn Alley, and they've got the revitalized things. The bridges have moved, the libraries moved, a 5-story parking garage.
So yeah, hotel.
It just needs me to be on a hang glider.
It does. Totally.
I'm telling you, City of Kent, reach out to me. You don't have to give me the keys to the city because I lose my fucking keys all the time. But maybe like a chocolate key that I could just eat. No, don't do that because then I'll eat it before the ceremony. What would be a good thing for a key to be made out of that you can't actually use to open anything? Porcelain or
an all-day lollipop?
All-day lollipop. How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Tootsie Pop, right?
There you go. How many licks does it take to get to the center of the city?
That just sounds so wrong.
It does sound,
That is
yeah.
the new slogan for the city of Kent. Just lick it. Okay, well, with that, that's all I really had. Just wanted to kind of do a short little upbeat, little silly session when, welcome you back. And if there's anything more to add, you can. If not, I guess we'll do this again and short and sweet.
Short and sweet
Sponsor
today.
us, Skippy, you sons of bitches. Which one? Which one did you have?
Oh, hey, look, the stars. Jif.
Jif and Skippy, sponsor us, you sons of bitches. You have any idea how much peanut butter we just ate that Jen swallowed halfway through her story?
Oh, yeah, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Man.
It's making its way through my system right now.
I did do last night, though, with peanut butter.
Okay.
I took a Hershey's chocolate bar and was like dipping the Hershey's chocolate
Yeah.
peanut butter.
Good.
Not that was not what you were thinking.
I was just like, well, I don't know, because maybe it was foreshadowing because she did show the dog.
There are remember back in Kent when we were talking about Kent, pictures of me and peanut butter in Kent. Yeah.
That's just gonna be your new nickname now.
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter.
Or Kent.
Well, not Kent, because people will be like, named after a city. I'm like, dude, you have no idea.
But I think it's because I knew someone that used to work for WIC back in the day when they actually still delivered it.
Mm-hmm.
Like they had like a damaged item or something. They could take it home because they couldn't serve it to the people. So I don't know if you remember, but I used to carry a gigantic jar of peanut butter in my car with me at all times. And that's like what I lived off of when
I can just imagine you being like this and being like, what's up, guys? And they're like,
I would. And I would
just have that with you.
Bread and plastic knives and plastic spoons. And I would just, make myself peanut butter sandwiches. That's what got me through when I was like 19 to 21.
It's either that or ramen noodles, right?
Yep.
Yes, we've all lived and to tell the tale. But I hope we can get together again, like in a week or so. We'll do more silliness because I've been so tempted to try that peanut butter challenge with other people, but I'm like, no, it's going to be extra special with Jen because she needed to hear me talk about the paddle boat going around in the circle, and it was in the water. Your story was awesome because you were so worried about the river. The river was wild. The river. I want to go in the river. Why not the river in the pool? All right. Well, let's leave them laughing. Let's end there. And all right. You have a great weekend.
All right. You too. See you later. Bye.
In the river. In the river. Who's the idiot now?